what's going on, Ice House? How's it going, you guys? Oh, 8 of you are into it. This will be awesome. This is going to be great. I tried to dress up for you guys. Shop at the thrift stores, Goodwill, Salvation. Anyone feeling me on? I love thrift stores. Thrift stores are great because thrift stores act like they're a regular department store. But I've never been to a regular department store that smells like my grandma's house ever. Damn. You can get a bowling ball for $1 at a thrift store. Actually, you know what? You can get a bowling trophy for 50 cents and just tell stories. All your friends will be like, that's not even your name on there. Shut up, I changed it. All right? I'm in the famous bowler relocation program. You don't know. Tired of telling stories about my 300 games. I feel bad for the people who work there, because people who shop at thrift stores are hardcore. I was at a Salvation Army store one time, standing in line. There was a guy in front of me at the checkout, and he wanted a discount on a pair of shoes because the shoes that he wanted didn't have laces in them. I'm like, dude, it's $2 for shoes, you know? Bite the bullet or stick with the purple flip-flops. That's a good look. And he was arguing with the cashier back and forth, and he got all mad, and he gets loud. And he's like, well, I want to talk to the manager about the shoelace policy of the Salvation Army. I'm like, those words have never been said in that order, ever. Ever. And the kid working the register starts to panic. He doesn't know who to call. And I'm standing you know what? Maybe they take the laces out of the shoes so the employees don't try to hang themselves on their lunch break. I'll give you 87 cents, you know? I don't have time for your chicanery. Oh, I was pissed. And I'm an English major. Yeah, represent. It's funny to me, I shop at these places, they don't want you to shoplift. They put up video cameras, and what kind of crime of the century could ever go down at a Goodwill store? Are they worried that someone's gonna steal all of the macrame owls? And one of those walkers with the toilet seat attached to the top of it? That's not a high theft item. They think someone's gonna steal 2 big orange lamps and Eddie Rabbitt's greatest hits on 8-track. I love A Rainy Night, but that's ridiculous. I don't think anyone's questioning how wonderful Eddie Rabbitt is not on trial here. I think enough time has passed since the tsunami that we can all have a good laugh about it. I was thinking about this. I don't think the tsunami was funny, but I think the way people reacted to the tsunami was funny. American corporations sent relief to tsunami victims. American corporations who kill people with their products every day sent relief to tsunami victims. Really, Philip Morris? Are you feeling guilty about something? We get it. Philip Morris, if you guys are not aware, the people that own Philip Morris, Altria, they also own Miller Beer and Kraft Cheese. What kind of triangle of death are these people running anyway? They should have a Philip Morris Lunchables and get it over with. Throw in a wet nap soaked in anthrax, damn. And I read this in the USA Today, so I know it's true. There's a pie chart breaking it down. I'm like, Philip Morris is purple. Philip Morris sent boxes of Kraft macaroni and cheese to tsunami victims, which I think is hilarious because we've all been in the position where we've tried to make Kraft macaroni and cheese, even though we were missing one or more of the ingredients, like butter or milk or a house. Yeah, if you don't have a house, man, it becomes increasingly difficult to eat Kraft mac. It's the sharpest and powderiest macaroni and cheese. You'll cut your mouth up. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm screaming out at the world. I had a privileged childhood, buddy. My dad worked for Atari when I was a kid. Yeah, it screwed me up for the rest of my life, you know what I mean? To this day, I'm not sure who my real friends are. You know what I mean? Like, you guys seem like a kick-ass crowd, but in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, you know what? Maybe they just want to come back to my house and play Dig Dug after the show. Yeah. That wall will always be there. And people want to blame video games for problems. In our society, there are people who think video games are making children violent. And I've got news for you. A video game is only as violent as the crazy little bastard that's playing the video game. It's not. Like, when I was a kid, before video games, we used to play with those Fisher-Price people. Remember the Fisher-Price? I was violent with my Fisher-Price people. I mean, sometimes the plane crashed. It's just the way it had to be. Who are you going to blame? Wind Shear, the pilot? And my parents had money, so they bought me the Fisher-Price Town, which was awesome. It had like everything. Like, it had a grocery store and a little bakery and a fire department with a siren. And every day something was on fire in my town. And people died. Lives were lost. I didn't care. I just didn't care. But I think back, you know, like, in retrospect, I could have done anything with this toy. I could have been the town doctor, healing the sick people of the Fisher-Price town, making a difference in my community. I could have been a wealthy businessman renting out one of the luxury apartments in the Fisher-Price town, being an entrepreneur, learning a trade. I have regrets. You know, flat out. I never even played with the bakery, unless the bakery was on fire, and then, oh yeah, I played. I was like, can't somebody bake a pie up in here without setting my whole town on fire? I'm trying to run a town over here. My mom would come in, she's like, if you don't stop playing with that toy, and I don't know why I made my mom gay in this joke, but she's like, if you don't stop playing with that toy and get in here and eat dinner with the rest of the family. I'm like, whoa, playing? Is that what it looks like that I'm doing here? You're the one who said, leave mommy alone, use your imagination more. Well, this is what it's come to. I have to call all of their families now. Are you happy? These are difficult phone calls for a kindergartner to make. And I don't think your taco pizza is gonna fix this situation. Doreen. Good day to you. I had a weird childhood. Everything was negative when I was growing up. That's like, if we did something great in our house, my parents would pick apart the achievement and point out all the things we did wrong with it, you know, and everything was negative. It wasn't like the glass was half empty or the glass was half full. It was like I was a pain in the ass for being thirsty in the first place. You guys are great. Thanks for laughing at my part of the show. Oh, you're too good.